Anthem is one of the biggest failures of the year. And, hang on a second. Who's gonna be calling me during a video? Hello? You represent EA? Oh, yes, I see. Blacklisted. Immense repercussions. Legs? Okay, I got it. Yes, you too. And hey, you know what? God bless you guys over there. He hung up. Well, that's EA for you. Apparently, I'm blacklisted because I don't like Anthem. And it looks like I'm not alone either, because a fellow YouTuber, Gggmanlives, was blacklisted too. So sign in, subscribe, and be ready to interact with this story, because it's a good one. Today, let's go ahead and talk about blacklisting, crappy games, and terrible game companies in this episode of The News You Missed. Anthem is worse than Destiny. Not Destiny 2. The original Destiny. And because many people have reviewed this game negatively, I mean, I gotta tell you, I don't think every single person is wrong when they're all saying a lot of the same things. Gggmanlives, I've never seen this guy. I don't know this guy. We aren't friends. Alright, we're not homies back on the block. Why would I put this information out there? What does this have to do with today's video? Because I have literally no connection to the guy, okay? I'm not defending him because we're friends. It's nothing to do with that. As much as I dislike EA, I don't just hop at the chance to attack them over every little infraction that they do. But that said, EA and Anthem, it's not a minor problem. This is pretty big, and it's very negative on the video game industry. From the information I gathered, this game was in development for 6 years, maybe back to 2013 when they were storyboarding the game and just thinking up the game. That's a long time to be in development. With EA having infinite resources, one of the biggest companies in the world for video games, and to say it's one company's fault, an engine's fault, or it just took too long, the point is that BioWare, EA, a million developers, a million engines, all the choices in the world, Anthem is what we got. But this is what's even more astounding about that, is that EA tries to double down and shun the reviews from people who just don't like the game, or rather, are just pointing out very glaring and obvious issues with it. Shun? Not exactly the word. More like blacklist. Yeah, that's about right. We don't like your review? Blacklisted. Wow, how pathetic. This is why Gggmanlives was blacklisted, because of his review. He had to remove the video and change around some things and re-upload it because EA was so salty about the truth. The things he's saying aren't subjectively negative. It's just literally the truth. His experiences were horrible, absolutely garbage. If I had experienced what he had, I wouldn't have even bothered to highlight the game's strengths. I mean, he was courteous enough to say that it was a good-looking game, had a nice soundtrack, and things like that. I wouldn't have even gone that far. Now, I could sit here and I quote about, okay, bad game lasts forever, or delay a game, or something else, because I know that's going to be in the comments. But the fact of the matter is, they tried to make a game identical to Destiny, but failed to even compare it to the base game of the original Destiny. Now, I keep bringing up Destiny because this is very, very similar to Destiny. Destiny came out for previous generations of hardware, Xbox 360 and PS3, and it ran more stable than this game. Yes, there were connection issues here and there, but, you know, stability is a big issue when you're playing an online team-based shooter. And that was years ago with Destiny. Anthem is gorgeous, it sounds great, and for the most part the controls work. And that's where it ends. I keep comparing it to Destiny because a game that released years before it, that seems almost identical in nature in many, many aspects, overshadows a game that releases years and years later. This is supposed to have been an online team-based shooter with loot aspects, grinding, and shooting gameplay that felt great and was awesome. seems pretty simple since we already had games like Destiny, Borderlands, and even Battle Royale games like Apex Legends recently came out. And prior games as well, like Fortnite, you know, come on, man. Guess what, though? This world in Anthem, it's empty. There's massive stability problems, frame rate problems for a shooter, which is really bad. The load times can go from 1 minute to 5 minutes. The game locks up all the time. The game disconnects all the time. Sometimes the buttons just literally stop working, or you just can't use them in-game, okay? Both the sound and the graphics cut out randomly at times too, and these are just some of the problems. So, all the crap that everyone gave Destiny back in the day, at least it was stable enough to work most of the time. Sure, like I said, there were disconnects, but there were missions, okay? A main story without having to do much grinding, because if you just played the main story, you would just make it up to level 20, and then you could do the post-game content. And again, the controls didn't randomly just stop working. The game was pretty decent. Graphics and sound, they worked too. It's crazy because it's almost like Destiny was a finished game. But that's not really true either, is it? And that's what's so crazy. An unpolished, unfinished first entry to the game series was better on the Xbox 360 than Anthem, a game which was developed over 6 years with a company that had many more resources at the time than Bungie had. And then, after all of this, EA has the goal to blacklist people for just simply pointing this stuff out. It's simply amazing. Oh, and by the way, as bad as games like Destiny were, they couldn't be fixed by anyone or adjusted because Destiny was locked to the consoles. Anthem isn't. It's available for PC. So even adjusting the settings, patching, updating, it's still a bad experience. But you say, it's all about the gameplay, right? Come on, if the gameplay's good, that's all that matters. Tons of people like Anthem, right? Well, the gameplay is just rinse and repeat grind missions, flying through an empty world in suits and killing the same creatures over and over again, looting chests and completing missions. Sounds a lot like Destiny, doesn't it? Because it almost is. Until you get to one mission, which really broke everyone. A ton of people who reviewed this game, played this game, once they reached this mission, they were done with it. You have to grind out 4 different types of events, different things that you have to do, where you have to find chests or complete public events or do certain things in game, okay? It's agonizing, because you can't avoid doing this. You have to do this to progress the story. Destiny 2 had similar mission type in a recent DLC where you had to complete a certain amount of little side quests for somebody, okay, on the shore, a guy named Spider. Sweet. But these quests could be finished in about a half hour, okay? There were plenty to do, pretty easy, like just kill 20 enemies, loot 5 chests, find a lost sector or something. Everything was straightforward. It was mapped out and trackable. You could pick and choose which ones you wanted to do. If you were really bad at doing one, you could do another one. Awesome. Anthem lacks literally all of that, okay? Even from the most fundamental basic features. And again, EA is blacklisting people over pointing out these simplistic problems of the game. Well, I guess I'm getting blacklisted too. Wrong. I'm already blacklisted. I was blacklisted years ago. Don't get it confused. Listen to me, one of the biggest reasons I started my YouTube channel was because of review websites lying to people. Sites like IGN claim that Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire get a 7.8 because of too much water, while literally praising games like The Wind Waker remastered on the Wii U, giving it a 9.8. Wind Waker is literally nothing but water most of the time. I wanted to do very honest, down-to-earth reviews because companies try to bully people and media sites into positive reviews. And here we are, again, 2019, where we have social media and YouTube to get the truth out there so much faster with evidence that you can look at. 20 years ago, this stuff was nearly impossible. And companies are still trying to bully people, use bully tactics to get positive reviews. It's pathetic. So put simply, if you guys don't agree with EA's tactics, you can leave me a nice big fat like. You can visit that guy's channel. I'll leave it in the link in the description below, because what you saw from the Anthem gameplay was his. He did a pretty good job reviewing the game. I have to agree with him totally. I'm checked out. I'm sick and tired of this stuff. It happens all the time, and it still happens, and it's over and over again. Okay? I really appreciate reviews that grow a spine and expose these ridiculous tactics. So there you go. That's all I have to say about this story. I'm already checked out. I'm already done. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like I said, leave a like, comment, subscribe to stay up to date with me. And as always, I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. Good gaming, God bless, and I'll see you guys in the next one.